Hello, this is Steve from Desert Adventures in Arizona, and I have a cool van to show you today. I think you're going to love this one. Let's see if Gracie's home.
Hi, Steve.
Hi, Gracie.
How are you?
Good. Hi, Jacques. How are you? All right. Wow, what a beautiful van you have. May I come in?
Absolutely. Come on in.
Very nice. All right, so Gracie and Jacques live in this van full time. This is what, a ProMaster?
3500 ProMaster RAM, 159 extended.
Oh, nice, nice. And so you previously lived in a Class C, right?
I traveled around for almost 2 years in a 31-foot Class C Itasca Sundancer named Mary Posa. And she was a great startup vehicle to roam around in, learning how to be a full-time nomad. And I loved her, but she's just too big and a gas hog.
Oh, okay. Gracie, why did you decide on the ProMaster van?
So when I was doing my research, I started in 2017 watching Bob Wells. I knew that when I retired in 2022, I didn't want to stick around in Portland. I wanted to sell my home and I wanted to hit the road. So I test drove Ram ProMasters and Ford Transits, and I just loved the way the ProMaster handled better than the Ford Transit for myself. And then going to meetups and getting to know people. A lot of people had the Ram ProMasters, and I just liked what you could be able to do on the inside. Johnny's Journey of Midwest Van Builders out of Missouri built out my van, and I actually modeled my interior pretty close to how her and Kelly have their setup. They have one more dresser drawer than I do, and their bed is back to front where mine's side to side. I didn't want cabinets. I wanted openness. And so when I ordered the van at the end of last January, I had them put in the extra window. Mm-hmm. And then when Johnny and I talked in September about the van build, I wanted to make sure to have awning windows, bunk windows on each side back here.
All right, so you have a very comfortable bed, it looks like.
And my bed is very comfortable, and it's a full size.
Yeah.
And I get that little space over there, and Jock gets all the rest.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He's up and down on the bed during the night.
Great for cold nights, though. He keeps you warm, right?
Right, right. Yeah. And a lot of times I don't even notice that he's up there unless I go to turn over and I'm like, oh, okay. Cool.
So I notice you have an awesome collection of sunglasses here. Tell us about those.
Well, I just really love my sunglasses. And Johnny, one of the things that I really appreciate about working with Johnny is that we've been friends for 4 or 5 years. And so she knows my personality. And this sunglass case was actually her idea.
Cool.
To be able to have me showcase my sunglasses, a place to store them. And when I travel, they do not fall out at all.
Yes, they have the shelving so that they won't pop out of there. That's great. All right, so you have a rock collection, gem collection here. Tell me about that.
Well, I just really like gems. I like the stones. I think they have a lot of good energy. And it's just a little rocks and gems that I've been collecting over the years. And quite a few of them I got last year in Quartzsite at the gem show.
Very nice. Yeah, that's a beautiful display. And there's some gems and rocks that are have healing properties, right? Very cool. All right, so I see you have lighting in here. That's a nice, really nice ambient lighting. Now, does that change color?
Yes, I have it set on fade, so it will change color automatically. And I like it in the evening time. You know, it's gives me just enough light.
Very nice. Yeah. Not too much, but just enough where you can see. Do you leave them on all night?
No,
Okay.
no,
Now,
no.
how do you power your van?
So I have a Blue Eddy AC 300,
Okay.
and it's a beast, and it
And you have
takes care of
solar
all my
on.
needs. I
Yeah.
have 600 watts
Oh, very
of
good.
solar on top.
Good. And that keeps that Blue Eddy charged?
As long as the sun's out. And then I have a 2,000 watt inverter, so that when I'm traveling down the road, if it's a rainy day, I can just plug in and charge the Blue Eddy while I'm driving.
All right, very cool. Now you have some beautiful cabinet work, and I noticed that Johnny does custom cabinet work.
She does.
That fits the van. Again, this is her company is Midwest Van Builders. And so she makes the cabinets specifically to fit the van, and particularly what you're planning on in holding inside the drawers, right?
Right. So one of the things that Johnny said when I was on my way December 15th from San Antonio, Texas to Fredericktown, Missouri to pick up Fannie Mae, Johnny says, I have a surprise for you. So I get in here and I'm looking around and I'm thinking, what is it? And then she pulls this open.
Oh, nice.
So I sit here, have my coffee in the morning, my laptop, but check this out, Steve. This holds all my artwork. When I'm on my own, downtime away from meetups, I like to color.
Cool. Oh,
So
that's beautiful.
She built this little desk
That's
for me.
Amazing.
That's what I'm saying. She knows who she knows you, and so she adds these little touches that you wouldn't even think of.
Yeah.
And this is my clothes drawer, and I keep my clothes in packages so that because of the dust, you know. And this is my step to get up on the bed, and it also has a lid. It functions as my laundry drawer.
Oh, nice.
So when it's
multifunctional,
right,
is really important when you're in a van.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, and then you have a closet.
I have a closet. Yeah. Johnny knows how I love my dresses and my skirts, so she built this fabulous closet for me. And then up above, I have my backpack with my laundry supplies, and then I also have my shower supplies. So when I'm in a city near Planet Fitness, you know how vanners do it.
Yep.
We go in, do a little workout, take a shower, get a nice massage in the chairs, and we're good to go for another 500 miles.
Look at this beautiful refrigerator here. Is this a fridge freezer?
It is an isotherm, freezer on top, fridge on the bottom. It's can run on AC or DC power.
Okay, so AC 12 volts. Wow, nice. It's amazing you can do a 12-volt fridge that large.
Yeah, I was really lucky. Again, Johnny and Kelly had this particular style in their van, and when I ordered it, I got the last one of this series, and I love it. And then Johnny put these little latches on.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So, and look how much room I have.
Wow. That's like a residential fridge.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
And that latch keeps it from popping open
Exactly.
while you're going down the road. Because I've had mine pop open, and it's usually not good.
And the freezer is nice and big.
Yeah, very nice. And then you have storage on top.
I have storage on top.
And ends. Yeah.
And then this drawer down here houses extra shoes and back. That's the one thing I love about these cabinets, Steve. They're huge.
Yeah.
And you can see I've got my one burner stove, my tortilla pan, my little cake pan, and extra shoes in back there. And that.
See how well that's built? I mean, the slides are high quality slides. It's all wood. There's no press wood there.
No. Oh my gosh, no.
Yeah. That's awesome. You're talking high quality stuff here.
Yeah.
And you have some more, lots of storage here.
Right. This is my silverware drawer. And this one houses my spices, my plastics, a few dishes.
And then you have...
And this one houses my little pots and pans, my odds and ends, my Omni oven. I do have a a cooktop, so that if I'm plugged in the shore power, I can use my
Okay.
cook
All right.
stove for
And
shore
then you
power.
have water and gray water over here.
I
right?
have a 10-gallon gray tank, 30-gallon fresh water.
Oh, okay.
I have an on-demand Bosch 4-gallon hot water heater,
Okay.
and then because my 2-gallon Berkey would be way too big for my space, I had Johnny put me in a nice filtration system.
Okay. So you can basically use any water.
Right.
And is that a reverse osmosis type system?
I do not know.
Okay, but it's filtration. It's safe to drink.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a beautiful sink up here.
I love my little farm style sink.
Wow. And this is nice.
Yeah. And it pulls down and
very cool.
So.
All right. And a cabinet. You've got workspace here.
And I have workspace right here. Watch out, Chuck. This will pop up.
Nice.
So I can do my dishes, lay out my dish towel, dry my dishes, extra prepping. So as you can see, this space for me is absolutely just perfect.
Right. So Jock sleeps with you usually during the night, and then he's got his co-pilot seat up here.
This is his co-pilot seat. And I got to tell you, I have to give Bobby, Johnny's sister, kudos on coming up with the idea of making this platform that fits right into the dash.
Oh, okay. So it just sits there.
A solid piece. It comes all the way back to the seat, and it takes the weight off of the seat, so I don't have to keep the seat buckled.
Nice.
I found this mat at Menards. It's a barbecue mat, so that it's non-slip.
And he weighs 80 pounds.
He weighs 80 pounds now.
Okay.
So
you have to have something that supports him safely.
Exactly.
And so that he's comfortable.
So he's my co-pilot, and this is where he rides, and he's very happy. He's a good traveler.
Very nice.
And over here, we have Jacques. This is Jacques' cabinet, dog food, toys. Of course, my V8, because, I needed somewhere to put my extra.
Yep.
And this cabinet here houses my EcoFlow.
Oh, okay.
So it's AC and heat. And I lift up the lid, and I have my vent that goes out to the window. They made me a special board for the window, put the hole in it so I can put my big pipe right through the hole, and it vents out through the window, and it's perfect.
And a Jackery there for extra power.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
My son is a Marine.
Awesome.
He's been in the Corps 16 years now. They're stationed in Okinawa, which you know very well.
Yes, I do. Yeah, we spent a lot of time there, Okinawa.
I have a Max Air fan up here.
Okay, and I like that. Is that a magnetic?
Magnetic,
Okay. That's cool. So you can shut it off, which reduces heat or cold. You just don't what you need. I just love this light here.
I do too. So when I was deciding how to decorate the van, the things that I knew was I wanted to incorporate some stained glass. I wanted to incorporate sparkle. So I've got my sparkly background for my bed back there. And I wanted color because I love color. And so this is off of Etsy, and Johnny built me a nice frame, and we painted it around it. And then I got these lamps off of Etsy from a lady in Morocco who hand makes these.
That's amazing. And they ride okay when you're going down the road.
For the most part. This one has fallen a couple of times, so I had to just kind of tighten the insides that, spread out.
Yeah.
And we do pretty well.
That's nice. Very nice. All right. So Johnny's Journey built this beautiful van for you, and you've been in it now how long since you picked it up?
I moved in December 18th.
Okay. So you've been in there December, January, up to 2 months now. We're up to about 2 months.
February 18th will make 2 months.
2 months. Awesome. And so you're very happy.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I could not go back to a big rig at all. This space is perfect.
And so what kind of mileage do you get typically?
Between 14 and a half and 15 and a half, depending on if I'm hitting headwinds.
Okay. All right. Very good. All right, and I see some storage over the cockpit there.
Right. I have, as you know, the Ram ProMasters have that nice open space up there.
Mm-hmm.
I keep my extra winter coats, hats, and a few odds and ends. My window covering I keep up there. And
Okay, very
at
good.
nighttime, I drop down my blanket, and that gives me my privacy.
Okay, plus it's heat and cold.
Right.
It helps with that too at night.
Who knew when I made this blanket that I would use it someday?
Oh yeah, you made that, huh?
Oh yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. So.
All right, where do you keep your tools and things that
All
you
right.
need for repair?
Well, let's go take a look
Okay.
in the garage. So this is my garage back here. I have my 30-gallon water tank right behind here.
Okay.
And then this right here, Johnny built for me. I have a hose that I can connect to it, a little pump, and we could shower outside, rinse off,
nice.
whatever. So that comes in handy. And as you can see, Steve, I have a ton of storage. This goes all the way back to the closet.
Uh-huh.
This storage goes all the way back to the back of my drawers.
Nice.
And
so she didn't waste an inch of space.
no. And this storage over here goes all the way back to my nightstand.
Very nice.
And then this is my power area, all right there.
Very cool.
So I can hook up the shore power.
Mm-hmm.
And another really cool thing that Johnny did, that's what I say I love about Johnny. Because I have a Starlink, right? Mm-hmm. And so how am I going to get the cord in without having to go through a window like I had to in Mariposa? Right. She put in this plug for me.
Oh, okay. So there's a port there where you can actually put it through the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
And it's big enough that I put my little lights through there as well.
All right. So we're standing underneath a really cool awning. Tell me about that.
Well, this is my Fiamma awning, and it is so easy to do. It takes me 5 minutes by myself. And Johnny knew that with having Jacques, and a lot of times when we're in meetups, he's on his long leash, that I did not want to have these poles out on the ground. So she put my awning latches on the side, and it's perfect.
Yes, it is. And have you had it in windy conditions? Does it do
not too much? I mean, the highest winds so far have been 12 miles per hour in Quartzsite, and it did just fine.
Oh, okay. Very nice. And you have some nice fairy lights on there for nighttime.
Right.
Accent. Very cool. Wow. Very impressive. And then, of course, you have your solar up on top.
My solar up on top.
Okay.
Yanaka roof rack, and you can see my fairing up there on top. That's the first time that Johnny's used that with the Yanaka roof rack, and it does its job.
Yeah, and so that's a wind diverter too, right? So it makes it a little more streamlined. Very cool. What do you think? Jock looks pretty comfortable there.
He loves traveling and being outdoors.
Yeah, very cool.
He's such a good boy.
All right. And you have Starlink. We didn't mention that.
I have a Starlink.
That's pretty popular now.
Yep. I am looking at possibly, they're taking the dish now, and they take it out of that white case and they mount it on top.
Yes.
Mo Bang for Your Bucks has been talking to me about that. So it may be something that I look into doing in the future, but for right now, this works out fine.
Yeah, it would be nice to have it permanently mounted. You wouldn't have to pull it out and set it up.
Yeah, but
that
I mean,
sure
you know,
does make a difference especially when you're connected. You need to upload, download, check emails, communicate with family, things like that.
Exactly. And that brings me to a good point, Steve. So I have a YouTube channel, Gracie and Jacques, JACQ''S, Gracie and Jacques Adventures on YouTube. On Instagram is GracieGracie58. And last year and a half, my priorities were learning how to be a full-time nomad. And so I have a ton of content, but I don't have a ton of content on my YouTube page. I do mostly shorts right now.
Mhm.
So my goal this year is to get better at doing editing and putting out the content that I've collected. So watch for that. And then Instagram, I'm posting something almost daily because being out here in the desert, oh my gosh, the sunrises, the sunsets, the tour that you took us on to Ragged Top Mountain the other day
Mhm.
was just absolutely stunning. The cactuses, the saguaro cactuses, there is so much beauty in the desert that my goal is when, not this year, but next year, to be out in the desert when she comes into bloom. I really want to see that.
Yes, it is beautiful. And with the rain we received so far this winter, it's setting up to be a beautiful spring flower season. So that'd be great if you could come back and enjoy that.
And Steve, I want to share with other women who may be like me. They retire. I'm single. Maybe they're single, divorced, their husbands have passed away, and they don't want to stay at home. They want to get out there and travel like I do. But start off with the rig that you think that you'll be comfortable in, no matter what it is, and just get out there and do it. It's a fabulous lifestyle. I meet so many wonderful people. And as far as security, I mean, I've got Jacques. He's a good deterrent. And I have other forms of security if I should ever need that. But I've never had the 2 years that I've been full-time since July 11th of 22. But prior to that, I was traveling in Oregon. And then every year in Oregon, we have a meetup mid-June, the Oregon meetup. And I have a website, pnwnomadicmeetup.com. And you can go to that website and find out when our next meetup is, what's happening, look at our previous meetups. Meetups are a great way to meet people, make connections, and you form lifelong friendships that
Sure.
I didn't even know half my neighbors in my
Mhm.
neighborhood. But out here, I know so many people.
Yep. Yep. And you make good friends and you depend on each other. You
Right.
support each other. So if something breaks on your rig, you have someone living next door to you or someone in your camp,
Mhm.
especially if you're at a meetup, that can help you fix it.
Exactly.
So that's great. That's great. It's a great community.
People are always willing to help. If you need help, people are always willing to help.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Gracie.
Oh, thank
very
you,
much.
Steve.
Love your van. Thanks for showing it to us today. And we will see you next time.
See you down the road.